Hi, my name is Kenny Herzog. I'm the executive director of Vaxxed Westchester. Our website, if you want more information about us, is vaxxedwestchester.org. But in the meanwhile, I wanted to quickly address the concerns that a lot of parents in our area have about the ability to schedule their 5 to 11-year-olds for the pediatric version of the Pfizer COVID vaccine. Schools are planning on having on-site clinics, if they haven't already, soon, and they're working with the Department of Health to get that going. Pediatric offices are in the process of receiving doses of the pediatric vaccine and implementing a process to be able to have as many patients and families of patients come in for that need. In the meanwhile, do not hesitate to avail yourself of the many, many other resources available to you in Westchester County. For example, I know people are getting frustrated that there's maybe a long wait when they schedule online with CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, the big retail pharmacies. The one thing I would say is, continue to refresh those scheduling tools at maybe some odd hours, and you might find something close to you at a convenient day or time. But the bigger thing is, do not overlook the role that smaller independent pharmacies, for instance, Narayan Pharmacy in New Rochelle, Ossining Prescription Center in Ossining, or Sunshine Pharmacy in White Plains, can play in this process. Do not assume that somehow that is not as sufficient an option as having your child receive this vaccine in their pediatrician's office or at their school. These pharmacists have been doing this work of administering the COVID vaccine to whoever's eligible for the better part of a year. They are competent, they're qualified, they have the supplies, they are passionate about it, and they are compassionate, and they want to help their communities. I recommend visiting the websites. You can just Google the names of any independent pharmacy or just Google pharmacies in your town in a very general way. See what comes up, search for the local pharmacies, go to their website. A lot of them have online scheduling tools or instructions to call to make appointments. In a lot of cases, if you call them to just have a fresh conversation about what the process is for receiving the vaccine there, or if they have the vaccine available for children 5 to 11, they'll get someone on the phone much more likely than you will to answer your questions at a CVS or a Walgreens. And there might be appointments available much sooner than you'll be able to get either at one of the major retail pharmacies, or if you're continuing to wait until there's something more organized in those typical pediatric settings or at the school. I'd also recommend that you don't rule out pharmacies within supermarkets. Wegmans, Stop and Shop, Acme supermarkets, their websites all have pharmacy portals within their main website hubs that will have information about your ability to schedule for a COVID vaccine for your child if you just go on their website and follow the steps. But if you need help with any of this, for that matter, you can certainly reach out to us by emailing vaxup, V-A-X-U-P, Westchester, VAXUPWESTCHESTER at gmail.com. But they are also very much at the front lines of this. And for that matter, don't rule out federally qualified health centers, whether it's Mount Vernon Neighborhood Health Center in Mount Vernon or the number of open door family medical centers all across the county. These are other locations that are receiving these doses and are qualified and accustomed to the process of administering them in large numbers to anyone in the community who needs them, and are also able to answer your questions at the points of care. If you have concerns about the vaccine for your child, they are professionals and they are experienced and they are ready to go. And New York Presbyterian Well Cornell, as well as facilities like Westchester Medical Center and Northwell Health, they have information on their websites about how you can schedule your children for the pediatric COVID vaccine through any one of their numerous locations. And also you can, of course, call them for more information about that. But I want to stress that I think you're right. If you decided you want your child to receive the COVID vaccine and you feel an urgency about it, I think that's the correct impulse. Our children have waited long enough for this opportunity. We've all waited long enough to have our families made whole. We've waited long enough to have our communities made whole, and our kids deserve to get back to their normal lives. And I don't think there's frankly, a day to waste now that we have the opportunity to do it. So I hope this was a helpful skimming of the surface. But like I said, please visit our website if you need to. There's a lot of helpful information on there, vaxxedwestchester.org, and don't hesitate to email us at vaxxedwestchester@gmail.com. If you have any other questions or there's any way we can help you or anyone else in your community, be well, be healthy, and I hope to hear from you.